watch this video and then I will talk about how I went about making it. So it's a really simple video. I'd already had the dogs drawn. And in fact, in this video, I want to show how to put them in the library. The only thing that I really had to draw was the girl, and I broke her down into a few different pieces. So this is her body. Ooh, no. So this is her head. This is her body. There are two treats. I just laid them one on top of the other. And then the arm, and that was the girl. And then I had the treats. I cut the treats out on this side. So once they got fed to the dog, so she throws them up. And then once it's going towards the dog, before it hits the dog, I had it go into the dog's mouth. So if I turn off the table light here, you can see that it changes. Another way to do this is to go from the top and to take these elements and move them forward and back. I get really confused when I do that, and there's some elements I want forward and some I want back. So you can use this and just go forward and back. You can see how that works. Again, I don't like doing that. I think this is a more organized way to do it, although it's probably not the easiest way. So basically, she throws up the treat. So I had the treats both go under the arm. So when I animate the arm, the treats are going along with the arm. And then at this point, I had the treat move on its own. And then I did it again with the second treat. I had the dog sitting. So dog number one, I basically just chopped his legs off and then used the round transform tool to have him sit. And I did that with both dogs. So it's really a simple animation. I also wanted her to come down on, with the dogs onto one knee. And so because of that, I created a couple different drawings of the knee. I had the second knee. The knee you can't really see is the one that I animated. And I probably could have had one more animation between these two, because if you watch it, it's pretty quick. So a few ways I could get around that. I could do one more drawing between these two drawings. So in between. The other way I could do this is to have these last a little bit longer, or I could do both of those things. So then the other thing I want to talk about is I've started building out my library. I have a million drawings, and I'm finding that the most difficult part of animating is drawing. That's the most time consuming piece of it. So I've started building out my library, and to do that, I'm going to take my girl. First off, we're going to unlock this. So you always need to write to modify, and that's how you make it possible. I have an elephant that I have created, and then I've got just some single animations. So for the girl, I'm going to create a new folder for her. I'll call it girl one because I have a lot of different girls and I like having the opportunity to take different animations. It helps me have a little bit more of a diverse animation. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to drop it in either on top of this or in here. It's going to be named something. And now when I open this up, if I drag this into a layer, it's going to create the layers and it's going to save all of everything. So all these animations, all these keys, all the lengths, that's all going to get saved in there. There's pros and cons to that. One, I could have her do this with a baby elephant or with a horse or a cat. And I don't have to animate her at all. I can just take her from the library and pop her in. The con of that is if I want to use her for any other purpose, I need to remove all the keyframes and edit it, which I would rather have to edit it then and remove everything, then add everything back. So I'm kind of okay with that. I'm also going to take one of these dogs and I'm going to put the dog in here. So I'm going to go ahead and once again drop it right in. I'm going to call this dog 1 because I know that I've got a lot of dog animations. So I'm going to add that to my library. So now, once again, if I want to take this dog and bring it in, I can just drop in the layer and I have the exact dog. So I took that one. Whoops, I think it was this one. So you can't even tell because if I move this one, you'll see I now have 3 dogs because I took that dog and just dropped it in from the library. So that is Girl with Dogs. Thank you for watching.